Yo-hooo! Hello and welcome to today's stream! Guess who is so sleepy today? I didn't sleep too well today, but I am energized enough to at least finish this page. At least until the base colors. That's my goal for today. I am determined to finish that. But first of all, welcome to today's stream! Welcome to Pain Monday! Because totally today is Monday. Don't trust what it says in your calendars, because the calendar lies sometimes. When there's Pain Mondays to recover, any day can become a Monday. And today is a Monday indeed. At least in here. Bienvenidos al stream de hoy. Tengo sueño, pero creo que puedo sobrevivir suficiente para acabar los colores base de los personajes que quedan, porque hoy es lunes. No confíes en el calendario miente, sobre todo aquí. Cuando hay lunes de dolor que recuperar, cualquier día puede ser lunes. Y hoy es uno de esos días. Let's go! Shall we get to do the final line arts and base colors? And after that, I guess we can check who the next characters are gonna be in the next page. But first of all, I'm gonna finish them all first. Surely it's not gonna be that difficult. Some of these designs are a little bit simple, so at least the second one, this one over here, this one's probably the most simple among these three. So I think we're gonna be doing well enough. Let's go. I'm so happy today. Wow. I was thinking I would take a nap this afternoon, but in the end I didn't. I was strong enough, and now I don't know if I'm regretting it. Kinda no, because it means that I haven't spent part of the afternoon sleeping, which I usually don't do, but sometimes I do need it. But today, I was strong enough to survive a week. Alright. This horn needs to be a little bit more smooth. We're getting to the end of another page. That's always exciting. Estamos llegando al final de otra página. Eso siempre me es emocionante, porque quiere decir que se vienen más personajes después. Siempre hay más personajes por hacer. There's always more characters to do later. There's always more. This character though, I had to redo his design because I lost his old sketches. So I think it didn't turn out exactly as I remembered him. I think he was a lot more, like the hair was a lot more curly, like this. I'm gonna try to add some more curls, because I definitely remember a lot of them. Remember, it was a little bit different. There's gotta be some swirls, spirals. His design is still a work in progress, because I'm not super satisfied with the outfit either. If only I could find the old sketches I had, but they were on paper, on like notes, on school notes, and I have no idea where those are because I have a ton of them. I would have to check so many folders. La verdad es que no me acuerdo dónde tengo los primeros esbozos de este señor, porque eran esbozos que hice en clase y a saber dónde están. La mayoría de esos dibujos están como en carpetas y tengo un montón. Así que para encontrar uno específico es muy imposible. It is very impossible to find one in specific. Let's see. But at least I can remember him more or less from memory. I would have had to redo his design anyways, probably. Because a lot of these designs are really old. They need a little update. So let's consider this a little update for him. What I don't remember though is the mouth that he has on the back. That's still there. It's normal. Just so you don't forget that these guys are totally normal. Yo, Gina, welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. It's drawing time today. And to make more chibis. From the outfit I don't remember much. I do have like more or less the idea for it. Like in the sketch here. But the colors are what I'm not so sure of. I feel like it still needs some better colors perhaps. His design can be so much better. But I have no idea how to improve it. Maybe more blue? Maybe I could make the coat fully blue. That might work. I guess we'll try some things. First of all, we have to do the line art anyway. Let's see. I remember he also had like eyes on the back. But I don't remember how they went. I think they were like just some holes between the hair. I don't know. This guy really needs a redesign. No, cat. She's being really chatty today. Meow. Okay. At least this is one of the last characters that still doesn't have a fixed design. Most of the remaining ones do have fixed designs. There are still some that I need to tweak around a little bit. I think there's like a couple more that I need to fully get something a lot more defined than what they have. But aside from that, everyone else should have their designs done. Something that I've been thinking of is that since I have my idea box of designs and I removed quite a bit of OCs recently, it wouldn't do any harm to maybe try to mix some of those designs with the designs that I still haven't finished in here. It's always a good way to put them to use, to give them a second chance. There were a lot of designs that I really liked, but that I removed from the list. Feels bad to remove them, but it's for a good cause. It's for the good of the OC list. Okay, the color goes. It's not too visible. It's a shame that the scarf is not really visible in the chibi, because he's like kind of like with the back towards the screen. Because I think it's one of my favorite parts of the design, the scarf. The scarf and the swirly thingies. This thing is here. I feel like I could do those a lot better. I need to think more about this guy's design, definitely. I do like the pose though. The mouth at the back had to be visible, for sure. And the sleeves. The sleeve design is also not too bad. Making noise. Ah. I'm back. Okay, so how does this work? This kinda curves like this. And here, that swirl is a little bit higher up. So we're gonna move this up a little bit. I do like this guy's domain a lot though. You know those illustrations of like stairs in different perspectives that make no sense? Sometimes there's like a staircase upside down and walls that like change their point of gravity. It's a place like that. This guy lives in the back rooms. The back rooms of some sort. This goes like this. And then there we go. This really thingies don't look so bad. Should this one be a bit bigger though? I'm thinking about how to do the design from the back, because the reference is only from the front. I'm still not sure how to make these swirly things come out from the back. Guess it could work as some sort of tail, but I imagine them as more like part of the clothes, like the typical thingy here on the back. I don't know how to call it. The buttons on the back or whatever. Okay, let's do this sleeve first. Here. I definitely have this guy's domain a lot more thought out than his own design. You can always get an improved design in the future, at least. A better outfit. His hand should be a little bit lower. But still holding the key. Let's see if we can make the key a little bit big. I want to make the key design a little bit elaborate too. But it's a key in a chibi, it's gonna be so tiny. Drawing hands difficult. Okay. Maybe this part we can start with this. Start with something simple. Maybe with a smaller brush. That's gonna let me detail things a little bit better. And then here, actually I'm gonna look up references. Let's look up fancy keys. Because one cool thing about keys is that the fancy old ones, do have swirly details like that. Stuff like these. They do have sort of similar swirly details. I totally did that on purpose. I totally did not realize it right now. All my designs are totally planned and not completely improvised, yes. It's all part of the plan. Most of the time the designs just manifest in my mind, and then I just struggle to put them on paper until I get them right. Sometimes it helps to make picaros, because this way you can get like a reference of the character without having to draw it first. Yo, Mono, welcome! How's it going? I was hoping that no one would mention the number of the stream. I guess my hopes were in vain. Maybe if we don't mention it again, no one will notice. No one will notice. Cursed number. Very cursed number. Not just one, but two of them. It's okay. Next Monday, it will be 268. Let's think about that. It's a necessary step that we have to get through. Okay, so how do we do this? I'm gonna go with the swirly. So what if we design it here? Could be something like this. The way it kind of looks like the swirls that he has. Let's go with that. Gonna have to move this finger, otherwise it's not gonna mix well with the design. Actually, wait, what if I do it upside down? What if it's upside down? The key is gonna be the hardest part of this design, you'll see. So if we do it like this. Yo, Valvarius, welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Okay. If we make it like this, kind of looks like a magical girl key. We're gonna add some more details to it. For example, another spike here. Maybe even something here. Okay, we're gonna zoom in a little bit. Learn I'm a mutant in my family, being the only lactose intolerant in the entire family. You're built different. You're built to support lactose. Built to tolerate lactose, even. I thought I was lactose intolerant for a long time, but turns out that no. It was just that one time. The milk did not sit well with my stomach. But turns out that no. I am lactose tolerant in the end. And now I use that power to make chalky milk every day, or nearly every day. I try to keep it to 1 per day. Either chalky milk or matcha. Otherwise the milk is gonna run out really fast. Okay, not so bad now. There we go. Yeah. I wanna fix tipo tequido. What if? Usually they just end. They're just like an end. But also these keys tend to be a little bit longer. Let's make it a bit longer. There we go. We're gonna go with that. Now let's put the finger back here. Aha! Perfect. There's the shirt over here. I'll probably try some more colors when I'm painting the base colors, because I think I can do a little bit better. I think we can give him a little bit of an improvement in colors. It just feels like that there's a lot of white. And it doesn't feel... I don't know, it doesn't feel too balanced. But I also don't want to overdo the amount of blues in the design. There's already a lot of different shades of blue. Maybe we need to do something with that. I'll think about it. I have an idea. I have an idea. We'll do something with that. This type of characters with closed eyes are either funny little guys or evil incarnate. This guy is more of a funny little guy, yeah. He's more on the funny guy side. Even if he lives in some sort of back rooms. Okay, now the other hand. These are the frills of the cuff first. And then the rest of the hand. There we go. some of the buttons here would be visible. And then the shoes. I've been trying to do slightly more detailed shoes lately, at least with the soles. Because a lot of times I end up drawing flat soles in my designs. But I've been trying to put some more effort in that. I need to practice drawing shoes. It's one of the most tedious parts. Yo, hello update guys! Yo, Orlando! ¿Qué tal? Welcome to the stream! How's it going? It's another Pain Monday. Totally a Monday. Whenever we have to recover Pain Mondays, it means that it's Monday. Any day can be a Monday. Okay. Let's do... Oh wait, I need to erase this. We don't need it anymore. I'm gonna finish the eyes first. And then we're gonna deal with the part I'm not really sure. Because I'm still not too sure about how to add the swirly things. Rather not any day be Monday actually. No, but we need to have Pain Monday. When am I gonna draw my OCs then? I gotta do that on Mondays. Pain Tuesday or Pain Wednesday. It doesn't have the same ring to it. It has to be Pain Monday. It's the way to survive the Monday. Torture Tuesday. That could actually sound good, yeah. Torture Tuesday. What stream do we have today? The Torture Labyrinth. What? Yeah, we gotta get tortured for the entire Tuesday today. Ah. And then Wailing Wednesday. Trying to think of something with Thursday. Can't think of anything with that rhymes with, well, rhymes that goes well with Thursday. I guess we're gonna have to stick to Mondays. Or Tuesdays. Tuesdays could also be a good idea. But Tuesdays is my day for short games. I gotta continue Greece next Tuesday. Okay, swirly things. How do we deal with those? What if, since I couldn't add the scarf at the front, what if we add it in the back? It could be nice to also add it in the back. Or at least something similar like this. I think I've never tried something like that in a design. Drawing 400 OCs does seem like torture for a Tuesday. Exactly. My favorite kind of torture. And I would do it again. Torment Thursday! Let's go! Frightening Friday. That sounds more like a day for playing horror games. You have to finish Ocarina of Time, Yomi. I know, I have to. But that's gonna be next year when Lena comes again, if she can, and lend me her controller, which seems to be the best way to play Ocarina of Time, it seems. It's definitely a lot better with the controller. Playing Ocarina of Time not with the controller, I mean, it's basically impossible. How would I play on my Nintendo 64 if I didn't have a controller? It's gonna be a yearly thing, of course. I need my emotional support fairies. My guides. Otherwise, it's kind of a scary game. It's a bit of a scary game. Like, every single time, something terrifying happens in it. Like, why? Literally one of the first things after, like, what happened in last stream was that there were a bunch of zombies. And then I had to, like, chase a spirit through, like, some tunnels also filled with zombies. Legit? Game for children? I'm not so sure anymore. Yoga Paper, welcome! How's it going? What if Pain Monday was called Dev Monday and I had to watch the stream on mute due to my current situation? Wait, what? I hope all's going well. I hope that it's not a bad situation at least. It's okay, at least you can watch the stream. This stream can also be enjoyed without sound, if necessary. The important thing is the drawings, after all. Yomi RPG Maker hallway moment? Yeah, man. I will never live it down. I will never live it down. It was kind of scary, okay? That hallway at 2 AM or so, it was kind of scary to work on. For ghosts to be scared of dead people is ironic. Well, you would also be scared of alive people. It's not that strange if you think about it. If I was alive and there were alive people around me, I would also be scared. People are scary. Would be scared of that, so where's your excuse? That's true. That's actually very fair. But that's not the same thing. For the most part. It depends. That hallway was scary. I want to work more on my games. I'm trying to work on my games, I swear. Every day I work a little bit on them, but working on 5 projects at the same time, I gotta keep priorities. I gotta work on one thing first and then another and then the other, and then finishing things bit by bit. That's just you being socially overwhelmed. Yeah, can't deny that. I cannot deny that. People scary sometimes. I do want to make a horror game someday. One of my projects is gonna be a horror game, but right now I've got it a little bit on pause because I want to finish the others first. I just want to make so many things. I don't know. That's why I found myself with work. There's so many things I want to do. I will make all the games. In order, hopefully. What was I doing just yesterday? Yesterday, I did a little bit of work on End the Wild Hunt. Which, by the way, you can follow news on End the Wild Hunt on the Dim Grave Twitter. You can see the newest news. Yesterday we posted a little video of the shop of the game. Let me actually find it for you, because it turned out really cool. We have worked so hard on that store. Let me see. Behold! the shop of the game. Now it's basically complete. We might decorate it a little bit more, but it looks a lot more complete now. Yomi game development is like Yomi art just happens in the most chaotic way possible because there's no roadmap. Ah, man. Like, I try to keep a list of things to do. I try to be orderly. I try to organize myself as best as possible. But I have a very big problem. And the big problem is called side projects. I keep getting ideas for new side projects and I'm like, what if I did this first? What if I did this other thing first? So yeah, that's what keeps happening. Yay, thank you! This goblin is leaving us in crippling debt. That's why our money is in negative. And with that, there have been 2 characters from End the Wild Hunt revealed. But there's gonna be more. Let me prioritize the side quest instead of the main mission, just like how I play video games. I always do all the side quests. All of them. I am a person who has completed all the side quests in Final Fantasy XIV. Yes, the yellow ones. The ones that no one does. They have some nice stories and little bits of lore. I enjoyed a lot of them. I love side quests. I have to complete them all. My completionism is stronger than anything else. Okay, I think that's it. Are we missing anything? Just some lines in here. There we go. Okay, for now I think I'm gonna leave his lines like this. And I guess with the colors we'll try to figure out some improvements on the color palette. Because I think that's the more improvable... improvable? Is that the real word? I don't know. We can improve some things along the way when we do the color palette. For now, let's move on to the next one. Let's say first... Yoga Nirvana! Happy Monday! Yay, happy Pain Monday! By the way, today, here in Catalonia, we have a specific important festivity. Today is Sant Jordi, which is basically our equivalent for Valentine's. It's the Catalan equivalent for Valentine's. 23rd of April. Have you guys heard of the legend of Saint George? Basically, Sant Jordi in Catalan. It goes pretty hard. It's a pretty cool legend. And it's a very important tradition in here. After playing E33, realize sometimes you shouldn't play side quests before finishing the story first. Wait, did the side quests have spoilers or something? I have to play Expedition 33 one day. I guess I tried to 1 versus 1 the final boss right away. Some games let you do that, I think. I think in Chrono Trigger you could challenge the final boss whenever you wanted, which is interesting. I wonder if the ending changes depending on when you do it. I gotta play Chrono Trigger someday. I like this Susie in particular, yay, I'm glad. She's really cute. You don't usually see characters inspired on camels, but she is camel inspired. I like her face. It's like an emoji. Usually bosses have like 1-2 turns before you get a shot to attack them. After the side quest and leveling, each of my party members ended up getting 3 turns before the boss got 1. Oh, it's because of the over leveling. That makes a lot of sense. Well, it's your reward for doing all the side quests. You become strong. You become the strongest. The bosses cannot fight you. You are the boss now. The final boss even. Let's see. Now this one's design is pretty simple. She's not gonna take that long. Game code, one of the hardest to achieve. You like orchestral music? I have heard some of them. The music that I've heard so far is pretty good. I gotta play it one day, but first I need to finish Etrian Odyssey 3. I have been playing it quite a bit lately, and I'm enjoying it so much. The best part is being able to make a party of characters that look like some of my OCs, so I can imagine them going on adventures. I love dungeoning games. I want to play more of them. It's also really fun to have to draw the map yourself. I like Etrian Odyssey. Then the horns. Enough with them happy, now draw them fighting Goku! Oh no, we're gonna have to start power scaling. Can my OCs beat Goku? Yola Sherry, welcome! Yay, glad you're doing well! Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Pain Monday, specifically. Oh true, I started telling about San Jordi and then I never finished. I'm sorry. For those who haven't heard of the legend, because I know that it's also celebrated in other countries, but I think slightly differently. The way that the legend is told here is that there was this I don't know if it would be called kingdom, whatever. There was this place that had a king, and it was being tormented by a dragon, right? So the people from the let's say kingdom. You know what? Let's go with kingdom. There's a king, so it's gotta be a kingdom, right? So the people from the kingdom started giving their animals to the dragon. Every day they gave a different animal until the place ran out of animals. And people were like, oh no, what are we gonna do now? The dragon is gonna be angry at us. So we're gonna start giving the dragon people. We're gonna start sending people to the dragon. Because we've run out of animals. What can we do now? We start sending people. So we're gonna start with sending the young ladies of the kingdom. So every day, a young lady from the kingdom was chosen to be sent to the dragon to be eaten. And that continued for quite a while. Until one day the princess was selected. And of course, since it was the princess, something different had to happen, right? That's how things go. The poor other girls. They got no one to save them, unfortunately. Yoga Tetera, welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream! So what happened was, St. George happened to pass by and saw what was happening, like, oh no, this kingdom getting tormented by a dragon, and they are starting to sacrifice people, and now the princess is the one being sacrificed. I gotta go swoop in and save the day. So Saint George went to the cave where the dragon lived and killed the dragon. And from the blood of the dragon bloomed the rose. And then the princess was saved and they lived happily ever after and blah blah blah. But the cool thing is the part of the rose, because that has become an important part of the tradition here, which is that in this day, since it's our equivalent of Lover's Day, people gift roses and books. Usually roses are given to the woman, and men get books. But nowadays people just gift whatever the other person prefers, which I think honestly is better. But it's cool, you get like vendors on the street selling roses with different colors, it's pretty cool. And there's also like street stalls selling books, the bookstores put stalls with books and all that. It's the day of the book and the rose. So instead of chocolate here, roses and books are gifted. De fotógrafo y social media manager. Oh no. Buena suerte. Suena difícil. Ser social media manager es muy difícil. Parece que no. Es como, te pasas el día haciendo tweets. Es mentira. Es muy difícil. Es muy... algo que hay que aprender. Being social media manager sounds easy, but it's not. It's really not. It's so hard. Managing social media is difficult. Let's put the hourglass. I think the hourglass could also be a bit more decorated. Porque si sabes cómo consigo likes, no tengo ni idea. Yo no sé cómo conseguir likes. Yo solo posteo mis cosas, las abandono en el abismo y rezo para que el algoritmo las pille, pero raramente ocurre. Usually I just drop my drawings into the abyss and hope that the algorithm picks them up, but it's so difficult. You need to post really frequently, you need to follow trends, and with how the algorithms keep changing every time, it's just so difficult. I'm not good at it, because I don't like social media. So every time I end up getting like really absent from social media, the algorithm doesn't pick up my posts, and they end up falling into the abyss forever. I think it's important also to not get discouraged, because it's easy to get discouraged when the post ends up in the abyss and no one sees it, but in the end, that doesn't reflect how good your post is. It doesn't reflect how good your art is. It just reflects that social media it sucks. It sucks for visibility, and especially for artists nowadays. The posts that tend to get the most visibility are like reposts and stolen content, and like random videos of like funny stuff or whatever. That's what gets the most engagement. Clickbait. The posts that get the most likes are Miku. That is actually true. Maybe I should draw more Miku. I don't know what happened with that Miku that I drew, because on Blue Sky it kind of blew up. I don't think any other post of mine has blown up that much in Blue Sky. It was like, wow. Okay. On Twitter and Tumblr it didn't get that much views, but on Blue Sky it blew up. Holy shit. People truly love the Migu. We love the Migu in this house. Migu power. I really like how it turned out. So I'm glad that people are liking it. I had that Migu unfinished for so long. I started it on a stream here, actually. I remember exactly how I started it. It was one stream that I had finished my drawing very early, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start doing something else. And it was Miku Day, so I decided to draw Miku. And then I just barely continued it until now. Ya lo puedo enseñar. I can show it. Wait. I can show you. The Miku. Ahí está la Miku. Miku. Ta-chan. I really like how it turned out. And I also managed to keep it kinda simple. Because if you look close by, this is not detailed at all. I just made dots. And it still looks really good. The frills are also very sketch-like. I didn't really detail them that much. And I'm really happy about that. Because that's something I've always wanted to do. Being able to leave the brush strokes visible from close up and making the drawing still look good from far away. Also, I love the eyes. I barely changed the eyes with how they were with how I last left it years ago. This is how the eyes were since years ago. I barely changed them because I like them a lot. Miku. Really happy with this Miku. Yomiku. All about Teto now. That's true. Teto has become so popular. I've mentioned this before, but there's an artist that draws Teto art that draws her super pretty, and I am so weak to their Teto. Usually Teto doesn't really... She's not really my type. But I see that artist's Teto specifically, and it's like, wow, okay. Maybe they are onto something. I got a nickel for every finished art piece Yomi has, and you had enough to hit buttery lobster. I have quite a bit of unfinished drawings, and I want to try to finish them bit by bit this year, so I can start new things. I do have some in here that I can show, actually. Because since we're at it, why not? There's this one. There's this Arulu that I've had also here for like over 5 years now. The line art is nearly done, and yet I still haven't finished it, so... I really want to finish it. I want to make it a bit like a tarot card. That was more or less the idea that I had for it. Making it like a tarot card art. On stream, maybe on stream. Like usually for the arts that I finish on stream, I try to pick drawings that I want to force myself to finish. Because otherwise, I can never find a moment. I'm always doing other stuff, and I really want to finish things. So maybe I'm gonna finish this one on stream. But you have seen me draw Arulu a lot of times. I don't know if you're getting tired, but I love her so much. So I would do it again. I would draw her on stream again. So that's one of them. There's also... which others do I have here? I have this one. Granblue art. More Granblue art. I have so much unfinished Granblue fantasy art. Because it's been years. It's been years and these sketches are still here. I never finished them. I really like this one. I wanted to finish this one before the main story ended. And I didn't. I guess it's never too late to finish it again. It's like the Granblue main party. If they were playing a D&D session that was Granblue fantasy. Catalina is here. She's the one carrying the snacks. Snacks that she has bought because they don't let her cook. They do not let her cook, but they are in her house. So she's the one bringing the snacks. Let me... I really like this art, actually. I really want to finish it one day. It's gonna be very elaborate because that's a lot of people to draw, but I really like it. I like it so much. I would improve the composition a little bit, though. Because this part, I think this part looks good composition-wise, up to Lydia. But this part is a little bit, like, condensed. A little bit compacted. And I want Rosetta to be really at the front because she's my favorite. I love her so much. And she deserves the best. And then, what else do I have? I have more unfinished stuff. I don't know if I have it here. I have Final Fantasy XIV art, but it's a bit spoilery. And I think that's all the ones that I've got here. Yeah. I have some others, but I think they are on Clip Studio. So I cannot open them inside. Site doesn't support Clip Studio files. Yo, Johnny Cat! Welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream! By the way, today Gramble Fantasy got a new story update. I still gotta get up to date with that. I'm missing like 2 chapters of the previous update. And then this newer update. But I have opinions on how the story is going. I'm gonna keep them to myself. Because it would include spoilers. My rant would include spoilers. But I have opinions. I do have a full list though of things that I want to draw. So as soon as I get up to date with the Paint Mondays, I'm definitely gonna go back to drawing things on Thursdays. Because technically Thursdays are the days in which I just work on art. But they are also the secondary Monday for whenever I have Paint Mondays to recover. So my Thursdays right now, they are Mondays. But I'll pick one of those drawings to continue. Or maybe I'll do adoptables or something. Because that's actually something that I can never have enough of. I love making adoptables. I have some more ideas for designs for adoptables. It's okay, I'll never run out of ideas to draw. At least that's for sure. I will always have more ideas to draw. And especially want to draw a lot more stuff of my OCs. Especially of my games. I guess also doing talk sprites of my games counts as drawing. Maybe some days I will do talk sprites. But that would be for member streams. But I gotta do so much stuff. From projects and other things. How do adoptables generally do, if you don't mind me asking? Usually, I don't sell them very often. I still have a bunch of them that have been unsold. I feel like it was a lot better for the adoptable market back in the old days of DeviantArt. That was where the adoptable market was mostly concentrated. Right now it's kind of like all over the place, and it's the same as with social media. If your post doesn't do well, it doesn't reach people, so people can't find the adoptable. They just don't know it exists. So it's harder to find like buyers for them. So unless you put them in a specific website where you can sell them. I guess there's a lot of designs also, and less buyers than designs, which is understandable. But from time to time, some of them have been sold. They have found nice houses, new homes. DeviantArt used to be very good for that. There were so many groups focused on adoptables. You could like post your design in the groups for people to see it. And usually in like 1 or 2 days, most adoptables would get sold. At least in my case, a lot of times it was like that. But again, they were also cheaper designs. Right now I do them a lot more elaborate most of the time. I used to do chibis back then, so they were a lot more simple. But then, something changed in DeviantArt. DeviantArt is not what it used to be, because now it's plagued with AI slop. Who would have thought? So at some point, a lot of the adaptables that appeared in DeviantArt, they were AI generated, and they were a lot cheaper, and so they started kind of invading the market in there. Needless to say, DeviantArt kind of sucks now. I haven't used it in very long. I just post the adaptables there and hope that people can see them, because in the end, it's important to find visibility one way or another. But for other things, it's just not very motivating to use DeviantArt. I checked the other day, and I saw how old my DeviantArt account is though, and I was like, oh, okay, it has been quite a little bit since I made it. My DeviantArt account is almost an adult. It's been 84 years, soon to be 85. Yeah, it's a very niche thing. Which is still nice that people still buy adoptables, because sometimes it's just nice to have like a design made by another person. Maybe you like a design from someone and you just really want the design in their style. Sometimes a person has designed exactly the character that you needed at that moment. Let's see. Also, people that make closed species, for example, sometimes it's like someone thinks of an idea for a concept that they can make multiple characters of, like a unique species with a certain trait that can be like unique to that artist. That's also one reason to like get adoptables and stuff. ¿La creaste cuando estabas en la uni? Oh no, qué va. Bastante antes. Mi cuenta de DeviantArt, creo que la hice como en 2010. No, 2009. La hice en 2009. I made my DeviantArt account in 2009. It's been quite a while. Made a unique species of speedy two-legged hedgehogs. I have never seen that before in my life. Oh my god. Fun fact, Melancholy Haruhi Suzumiya anime was released in 2006. And I still haven't watched it. I have tried. I have never been able to get past the first episode. The first episode has filtered me like 3 times. I don't know. It just doesn't... My brain just can't process the first episode. I can never finish watching it. But last time that I tried was years ago. Maybe nowadays I would be able to. I don't know. The first episode is too good. I don't know. It's just the times that I have been able the times that I have tried to watch it, I don't know. I just couldn't continue. It didn't capture me, I guess. I just remember the one of the girls in a bunny suit running. That's one of the things that I remember. And then a theater, I think? I don't know. That's all that I remember. So that he was an artist. That sounds familiar. I wonder if that has happened to someone. Ooh. I feel honored though. Thank you again for that. This could be confusing to new viewers, like the ending of Evangelion. I don't know. I feel like I guess if it's to the level of the ending of Evangelion, maybe I would be able to watch it now. The end of Evangelion was nice. I enjoyed the movies. To some extent, because they are not very happy movies, but I didn't dislike them, I guess. It couldn't be. To love the idea of seeing people interpret it. Yeah, that is really nice to see. This reminds me of something that I did some time ago. People who have been in the channel for some time, they probably remember the Cheese Lady contest. Some time ago, I made this little contest to design a cheese lady. It was not, the prompt was not cheese lady specifically, it was something else, but we're gonna go with cheese lady for reasons. But it was really nice to see everyone's different interpretations of the concept. Because some people made a lady made of cheese, some people made a lady that makes cheese, some people made gijinkas of cheese. That was really cool. All the designs were so good. And the prize of the contest was that I would marry the winning design. So I married the winning design. Now she's my wife. Her name is Rackelford, and she's beautiful. She was designed by Lamprey. I love Rackelford. Once in Fantasma in Evangelion. There's yeah, it's missing a lot of context. The Fantasoda. No recuerdo por qué, pero me lo perdí. No pasa nada, sigue ahí en el canal. Ese stream de ahí no se va. Esa boda va a perdurar por la eternidad. That wedding will stay here in the channel for posterity. Because yes, the wedding was on stream. Celebrated the wedding with the cheese lady on stream. My cheese wife. Waiting on one last interpretation for the time being, but do I love most of them? Yeah, it is really nice to see different artists' interpretations of a concept. It's also something that I think we've kind of done that with the chaotic designs here. I should do one of those streams again, because those are super fun. Like the chaotic design streams are streams where I request like things to add to a character, and then I try to draw a character with all those things. One OC has come out of that actually. The other designs, I didn't turn them into OCs because I'm strong, but that one time I was very weak. I was so weak. So now one of those designs is one of my OCs. ¿Hacer otro Yomi concurso? Quizá no concurso, pero me gustaría hacer otro stream de diseños caóticos porque son muy divertidos. Y además así tengo excusa para diseñar personajes. This way I can have an excuse to design characters. Because I love designing characters and not having to keep them as OCs. Or keeping them as OCs, that can also be. I'm trying to keep my OC list limited. I'm trying to not increase it too much. However, exceptions happen sometimes. I can show the one that I did that time though, because she's really cool. see if I can find it. You promised not to increase it. For now, it has only reduced. That, for the record, in the past days, it has reduced. There's less characters than some weeks ago. So far I'm keeping my promise. There's a limit yet, we do not know it. Someday maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll get to the limit. How many OCs can a person have? I have seen people with like 900 OCs, so maybe we're still far away from the limit. Where are the designs? Did I think I posted them on... oh, here! Found some of them! Let's see... Yo, látigo! ¿Qué tal? Bienvenido! Welcome to the stream! It reduces, but you remove non-important characters to integrate new ones. But isn't that an improvement? Isn't it an improvement to change quantity for quality? I think it is. That's an upgrade. Look, these were the very first chaotic designs that I did on stream. These were like the different prompts that people gave, and then I fused them all into a character. And same here. It's interesting because it's a good exercise to try to find ways of mixing very different concepts that you would usually not think of mixing together. So you end up with bikini maid outfit in a dragon lady, for example. This challenge is also why centers got banned, because every single time, or at least twice, this has happened twice, people have asked for centaurs. And I do not like drawing horse legs or like non-human legs. It's difficult. So yeah. Exercise, you mean extra price? Feet has them. Wait, oh yeah. I forgot about that. Has feet, yeah. She does, I guess. And then this was the fourth one that I did. This one had this extra. Because Lina said as a prompt, Baba from Baba is you, so I had to turn the character into Baba. This one turned out really cute. Like here, for example, it was a little bit difficult to mix some of the outfit prompts, like the magician concept with, like, how was it? The long skirt, big skirt with sweet Lolita energy, flowery t-shirt, long sleeves. It was a lot of outfit prompts that it was interesting to try to put them together. I think it ended up quite well in the end. And then the last one that I have here at hand, because I have some more, but I don't have them at hand right now, is this one. This one is now one of my OCs. This one, I liked it so much that I was like, yeah, I have to keep this character. I must. There's no way I'm just leaving this one as just a design. I am weak, okay? Sometimes I'm really weak. In fact, the legs were a prompt in itself. The legs had to be there. So now this is one of my OCs. Her name is Krone. And she's a chimera, self-made chimera. She turned herself into a chimera. She was not a chimera before, but she decided that she needed like different parts of more animals. So that's why she has now a monkey tail and wings and I guess a metal arm and 4 horns, because why not? She doesn't look like Kafka Honkai. No, you cannot say that to me. You cannot say that to me. It's completely coincidental. I made this design before I knew that Kafka existed. Let that be known. I guess the colors kinda though, they are quite similar. Oh, te pusiste la mano metálica. La verdad es que queda bastante cool. Me gusta cómo queda. Me dio para hacer un diseño un poco de científica loca, la verdad. She's a little bit mad scientist. Yeah. She's now part of the lore of the dreaming world. She exists in there. Lobster lady coded? No, that's forbidden words, which reminds me, I haven't done my Arknights rolls. Hold on. I'm gonna at least open Arknights so I can do my daily roll. I think I forgot yesterday's daily roll. Oh well, it happens. But I want to make more designs like that. It is so fun. It is really fun. It's a nice exercise. Because sometimes I realize that I tend to repeat a lot of traits in my designs. So it's a nice way of trying different things that I usually would not try to mix together. It makes for a nice brain exercise. So maybe one of these days we can do one of those again. And hope that it doesn't turn into an OC design. Okay. Let's finish the hourglass. Kinda wanna add more detail to this hourglass. This hourglass could be a lot more detailed, I think. That reminded me though that Star Rail updated yesterday and I cannot install it again because my computer has no space. I'm gonna have to think of something because I don't want to miss the anniversary rewards. Why now? Why now when there's like a Final Fantasy XIV update right around the corner? And I don't want to uninstall Genshin yet. This is what having to do juggling with gachas does to Yomi. Los gachas. No puedo, se vienen personajes que quiero. Y se viene update del Final Fantasy. Necesito Final Fantasy. Va a seguir la historia y necesito saber qué ocurre. The story is gonna continue and I need to know what happens. Tomorrow there's probably gonna be a new expansion announcement. Because there's the fan festival in real life. And usually they do announcements of new expansions in there. And it's about time for the new expansion, so we're probably gonna get an announcement tomorrow. And I'm so excited for it. I love Final Fantasy XIV. It's so good. And oddly enough, there's also a Genshin stream tomorrow. They are also gonna talk a little bit about development behind the scenes. What a coincidence! The two heavy games that I have installed right now, they are gonna do announcements tomorrow. I'm excited for tomorrow, needless to say. I don't know what's gonna happen with the stream, by the way. I think I'll be able to do the stream. because it's not at the same hour as the Final Fantasy stream. But I'm gonna come to the stream. Super excited because I will have seen the expansion trailer. So you'll have to forgive me tomorrow. I'm gonna be in Final Fantasy XIV hype. Tendréis que perdonarme mañana porque vendré al stream recién acabada de ver el tráiler de la nueva expansión de Final Fantasy XIV y voy a estar muy emocionada. Voy a tener mucho hype. Okay, Arknights has opened. Let's see who am I gonna get in the free roll. Okay, first of all, there's a lot of daily things that I need to collect. Give me the things. Give me my gacha currency. ¿No haréis stream del stream? Probablemente no, porque lo voy a hacer, seguramente lo voy a ver con amigos que también juegan al juego, así que sería un poco extraño streamear eso. Seguramente lo veré allí fuera de stream y luego ya vendré a gritar en el stream más tarde. Porque además me pilla justo en hora de game development. The stream is also going to catch me in the middle of game development time. But fortunately, all of us in Deangrave, we are all Final Fantasy XIV players. So we're gonna be game deving with the stream on the background, probably. Let's get the mines over there. Maybe if I was a streamer more focused on Final Fantasy XIV, that could be a good idea to stream it. But then at the same time, I have no specific game niche that I stream about. I just stream whatever I feel like streaming and do art, I guess. Meaning not game deving at all and just watching the stream. Only during the trailer. The rest of the stream, we're gonna be working, I promise. We gotta keep working after all. There was a really weird bug that happened yesterday. All of a sudden, we could not access the stages. But I think we were able to find out why that happened. It's gonna be so fun debugging when everything is done. I think right now one of the things that I'm doing is finding sounds. I'm trying to find sound effects. I'm trying to look around like free game dev sounds. Free, what's the word? Royalty free sound packages. And let me tell you, it's a pain. There's so many sounds that I need to check one by one. It's one of the most tedious parts. I guess that I won't be able to do that while I watch the stream though, because I cannot listen to the stream and listen to the sounds at the same time. Oh no! What a shame. It's okay, there's always more things that I can do at the same time. Okay, I think that's it for the the lines. Let's go. Let's save. And let's line out the last one. And after that, the base colors. I think about it sometimes, about what kind of niche do I have here in the channel, and I guess it's like freeware games, RPG Maker games. I don't know. I just play the games that I want to play. I just play things from my backlog. I like trying free games that I find here and there. Co-working chill vibes, yeah, that too. Arting streams. Sometimes I do think if I should focus more on something else. I have thought about focusing completely on art, but at the same time, I do want to keep playing games too. Stream de Balatro. En realidad podría. Porque ahora sí que lo tengo en PC. Ahora sí que podría jugar Balatro en PC. Pero es que no tiene historia ni nada. Balatro es simplemente cartitas. Balatro is just cards. It has no story or anything. Have you thought about becoming a rage streamer where you swear a lot and get mad at games? Totally fits your brand! Oh my god, how had I not thought of that before? Totally! Totally, I would. I would be great at rage games. Just out of spite, I would get good at all the rage games. I would memorize them. Next day, we're playing Get Over It. And we're gonna get to the end of the game in a single stream. I saw that game about like the trees that hate you. There's this new game about like trees that just they just want to kill you. The trees just hate you and they move in your way, and it does look kind of funny to watch. In a single 32-hour stream. But in a single day, we're gonna condense those 32 hours in a single day, because I'm a pro gamer. I can get over it in one day for sure. It cannot be that hard, right? Yippee! Rage games! Surely it will all go well. I think Jump King could be fun though. Because I enjoyed the 8-bit version. Was it 8-bit or 16-bit? I don't remember. The low-bit version. That one was nice, and I finished it in no time. Maybe I'm not so bad at platformers as I thought. There's a little decoration here. ¿Se la inventas? Habrá que pensar en las aventuras de Jimbo Balatro. We're gonna have to think about the adventures of Jimbo Balatro. And the tarot cards. ¿Nunca has rage quiteado en estos años, cierto? Creo que no. ¿He rage quiteado en algún momento? Have I rage quit at any moment? I feel like at some point I have. I don't know if there's like any... I don't remember right now. But I have a big memory of like stopping a stream because I was getting like stressed out because of a game. But I don't remember. Maybe Nocturne? I remember in Nocturne, it took me so many tries to beat the boss. And I ended up stopping the challenge that I was doing because I couldn't beat the boss with the challenge. And then I spent an entire stream farming for swords that never came. I guess that one kinda counts. But I did try so many times. I did try that boss so many times. At that point, I cannot be blamed for rage quitting. It wasn't even rage, because the boss was one of my favorite characters, so I can't even be mad. I wasn't even mad. There's no shame against there's no shame on losing against the best, right? Write your own story for Balatro. There's a risk with that, and it's that it might inspire me to make another project on my own. Because, for example, these past days that I have been watching ReZero, I ended up getting an idea, an actually really good idea for an isekai story. And now it's in my brain. It's there in my brain telling me, yes, side project. Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't this be such a cool idea for a game and a story? And I'm like, no, stop. Stop doing this to me, brain. I have 5 projects ongoing at the moment. I can't start any others. No more. True, and today we have been watching more film with my dad. We're really enjoying it a lot. I'm glad I'm finally watching it after so long. Sad Immortals is totally my jam. I love Sad Immortals. Okay, let's try. Can we find the shape here a little bit better? There we go. I do definitely want to try more platformers and slightly more difficult games bit by bit though. I want to try Metroidvania at some point. Because my training arc must continue. Maybe like this? But I also want to play more long RPGs. By the way, we are pretty close to the end of Mother 3, I think. That means that soon I'm gonna have to start another long game. It's probably gonna be RFL, because that's the one that was second in the poll. So I think I'm gonna go with RFL. I'm excited to check it out. We're going back to RPG Maker. No. Se termina abril, también se termina abril, sí, queda una semanita. Le queda poquito abril. By the way, just the other day was Mother 3's 20th anniversary. And also Okami's anniversary. What a coincidence. I think it was on the same day even. It's a little bit surreal to think that Okami and Mother 3 came out on the exact same day. Wow, this reminds me. I'm excited to know more about Okami 2. I hope they will announce something about Okami 2 soon. I love Okami so much. 30 años de Metal Slug! Holy shit! That is a lot. Isn't it also gonna be 30 years of Pokemon soon? I think next year, right? Creo que el año que viene también hará 30 años de Pokémon, ¿cierto? No han mostrado nada aún, no. Quizás se han olvidado. Se olvidaron de su cumpleaños. Sigue en Twitter mostrando arte. Cool. Eso siempre es bien. Significa que le tiene aprecio al juego. I wanna play more Pokemon too. I miss playing Pokemon. I always say this, but I wanna play the Pokemon fan games. Okay. There's this. Let's not forget the earrings. First the ears. Gotta make sure that the earrings are in the right place. And this one's supposed to be here. And this one would be here. I left the hair super unfinished. Let's continue it now. I keep jumping from one line art thing to another. Okay, let's finish things before we move on to others. Let's finish the hand. This would be a bit shorter. Another thing that I want to do is play the other route of Omori, but I want to wait a little bit more. Because it wasn't that long since I finished Omori. Well, I guess it has been two long games since then, but it's still not much in my eyes. But I want to do the other route. Because from what I know, a lot of things change. So it might be like playing the game from the beginning, from zero. It's not gonna feel that repetitive, but I still want to wait until some more time passes, so the game is not so fresh in my mind. Okay, now let's finish the hair. Guess the fabric first. Okay, how do we do this fabric so it doesn't obstruct the bangs much? I guess try putting it a little bit higher up. Here we go. I'm thinking that maybe the horns could be what is holding this fabric in place. So maybe we can make this a little bit longer here on the side. Oh, I just noticed I was becoming shrimp. Oh, my back. Wait. I just don't realize when I'm starting to become a shrimp. I just keep leaning forward. I need to keep a good posture. Let's see the horns. I don't want to see what to do with the horns because I feel like I have used horns like this for quite a bit of characters. Or maybe not. Actually, they are kind of different. ¿A qué sabe camarón con repollo morado? Pues a camarón con repollo morado, no sé. No parece un plato muy inusual realmente. Qué extraño. ¿Por qué ese plato suena extrañamente familiar? Add the decoration to the horn. And the fabric. Ceviche, ¿qué significa eso? Primera vez que lo escucho. What does that mean? First time that I hear that word. Okay, now the braid. ¿No hay ceviche en España? No me suena, quizá tiene otro nombre. Maybe it has another name. Let me check. Ceviche. Plato consistente en carne marinada. ¡Ah! No me suena en realidad. Aquí a veces se hace, yo qué sé, salmón marinado. Que imagino que es parecido, pero... Por nombre no me suena, ¿no? A mi padre le gustaría. My dad would like this dish. My dad would like ceviche. But I think I haven't never seen it here. ¿Eso es que es un plato? ¿Ceviche fantasma? ¿Es que es un fantasma marinado? And would ghost ceviche be marinated ghost? That's terrifying. I don't wanna be marinated. No. And now the braid. I feel like her face could also use some work. I think the face turned out a little bit long. I think we can change it a little bit once the line art is done. I also want to change where the cup is a little bit. We're gonna make this hand a little bit lower. I'm gonna move it a little bit over here. I think composition wise it's gonna be a little bit better. It's the base of chalice. I could decorate it a little bit more too. Muy famoso en Perú, casi siempre pescado y camarón con limón y cebolla. Suena bien en realidad. Suena rico. No soy tan fan del pescado marinado, pero el camarón. Ojalá poder Ojalá poder comer camarón más a menudo. I wish I could eat shrimp more often. I really like shrimp. That's why I become shrimp myself. Por eso me convierto en gamba. Me vuelvo una con las gambas. Become one with the shrimp. Okay, there's the legs left. Oh, and also, let's not forget, or better said, Legs not forget. Okay, no. I'm not even drawing the legs right now. Why am I making this pun now? I'm drawing the hair. I wanna try to place this a little bit better. I think it overlaps with a lot of lines. I think it could be a little bit better. Creo que podría estar un poco mejor puesto esto. There we go. Let's erase the lines inside the shape. Okay, we're almost done with the braid. This is supposed to be hair, so I'm gonna add some lines to make it look more like hair. That always helps to make the braids look a bit more natural. And then the thingy here. There we go. I think the neck can also be a bit thinner. Now it's time to fix all the proportions. It's gonna take a while. Did she have anything in her neck? Oh, I have forgotten also the other horn. Okay, let's not leave things unfinished. Let's finish everything that is halfway done for once, so we don't forget. Let's lower the head a little bit. Okay. Only the legs and face left. I'm gonna make the chalice a little bit longer though. I think it will fit a lot better. It's gonna look a bit more chalice-like. Oh, my handle. I need to stretch. Give me some seconds. I gotta make sure to stretch more frequently, because I do tend to forget a lot, actually. I'm surprised that my hand is in such a good state. Love the keyword ASMR. From time to time I gotta press the shortcuts. Sometimes I press the shortcut in the tablet, sometimes I do it on the keyboard. Una mano con la otra, buena idea. La mano o la muñeca. The hand and the wrist. You gotta take good care of that. I wouldn't be able to draw without them. Unless it's not the first time that I have practiced drawing with my left hand. Okay, let's see if these can be done. Gonna close it a little bit. Maybe even I think I'm gonna change this a little bit. We could make it a little bit better. Since we're going with squares up there, wonder if we could do something with that. Let me check the references really quick. I'm gonna put her side by side to see what we can think of. Wait, what I'm gonna leave as it is though is the fit. The shoes are gonna stay the same. And these two. Maybe what I could do is put the shapes down here instead of up there. That might work. It's also gonna help space the amount of detail on the design, because this way there's a lot more concentrated at the base of the legs rather than the top. The details are gonna be a lot more spread, I think that's the word. Spread along the design. Okay, face left. I said face left, but she's facing right if you think about it. Maybe not on her direction though. From her point of view, she is facing left. So I guess it was not entirely wrong. But either way, only the face is left. forehead. There we go. That's all. All the lines are finished. Let's hide the sketches. There we go. I have finished all the lines. It's time to add some base colors. Hopefully we can finish all of them. What I think I'm gonna do though, I'm gonna finish the base colors of Wallen Hagenti first, and I'm gonna leave difference for afterwards, because I have no idea what colors I'm gonna fix on his design. Well, I do have some idea, but it's not much of a big idea. we'll do that along the way. So I think I'm gonna deal with Wall and Hagenti first. This way you can get two of them finished right away, and we can take as long as we want with the last one. I want to try to finish all of them for sure today, but better to get the easy work out of the way first so it's done, and then we'll do the rest. Let's see. Her colors are very easy. Her design is quite simple, but I think it works pretty well. She's cute. She looks so sleepy always. I'll make the dress a little bit darker though. So I think it's gonna stand out a lot more against the hair and the skin. I'm forgetting how the music goes. Fix all these little spots. Okay, now the horns. And also the sand. The sand is gonna be what's gonna have the starry pattern in here. Let's check. I guess also the hands. The other parts are gonna go dark gray. Her design is so simple in comparison. Okay, here's the color. Gonna take this. Let's put the green background so we can know what's painted and what not. All of this is gonna go white, and I think the buttons on the boots too. Here. I'm not sure if I should make the wood here in the hourglass brown or another color. I guess it could be. Let's try with this. Maybe it will look a bit of the same when it could look a little bit different. I guess it doesn't look bad, but it could stand out more. If we make it purple, I think it contrasts pretty well. Yeah. What happens if we make the buttons purple? What about that kind of purple pink that looks also a little bit like brown? This one. This one works well, I think. Let's now also paint the soles. One base color finished. That was easy. Let's save. And then let's do gente really fast. That took no time at all, by the way. That was so fast. And paint only the outside in white. This way we can do the overall color of the inside a bit different. Then the purple. Entre las líneas solas se ve todo el detalle que le pones. Y muchas gracias. La verdad es que no se ven mal. Me gusta cómo se ven. I like how they look, even without the colors. Line arting is my least favorite part. But at least I'm satisfied with my line arts, I think. I'm gonna fix this eyebrow. Es lo bueno de los line arts, que se ve todo el detalle sin que los colores lo disimulen. Hay más contraste entre líneas cuando no están pintadas. Tengo que trabajar aún un poco más los pesos de líneas, pero poco a poco lo estoy probando en mis dibujos más detallados. I need to play around a lot more with line weights, but I'm doing that a lot more in my illustrations than the chibis. The chibis, I'm keeping them simple. So sometimes I don't pay too much attention to that. still feel like I can fix the face a bit. I think it's the mouth. Also, her ear would be a little bit visible here, wouldn't it? Maybe not. The ear might be here, so it wouldn't be visible, I guess. Fix the eyelash. Okay, the hands do have gloves. Here we go. Let's do all the parts that we know. I'm gonna try to remember exactly how I was supposed to paint that. The gloves. The cup also, I think it was these. What had the starry pattern. And I guess these two. See, so this was gray. I guess also the sleeves. Here the legs. Oh, I'm missing a line there. We're gonna paint it in a moment. And then there's a lot of gold. Here are the earrings. All the little details here. Over here too. They are such tiny details that I'm having a bit of trouble selecting them. Here at the sleeves. And I think that's all of them. Oh wait, no. Here. Forgot these. Oh, and I forgot the ring at the end of the hair too. Let's fix some of these spots. How's it going? It's going good. We're almost done with the second base colors of the day. We're gonna do so much progress. And after that, I think we can check what characters are gonna be in the next part. which I'm curious to see. The shoes. I don't remember a lot of the... Well, not a lot. I don't remember the color of the sides here. Maybe it was some dark purple. I know it was purple and gray here inside. It was these two shades of purple or something like that. Let's paint one for now, and then we're gonna paint the other. Maybe with the dark purple, actually. We can always change it later if I'm not too happy with it. Oh, I got this one. Okay, now the last details. The eye. Dum, 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 dum. I always say this, but this is my favorite of this playlist. It's giving a little bit of Deltarune. Just a little bit. You hate that one violin track you usually play on Mondays? No! I don't hate it! Why do you think I have had it in the background for so long? But we had to change from time to time. It was for you guys. So you don't have to listen to the same one every time. Oh yeah, hydration check. Thank you. Looks like he has one single golden bug too. It's not a tooth! It's not a tooth! Now it's kind of cursed. I won't be able to unsee it. No, why did you do this to me? No siempre escuchamos lo mismo que yo en stream, ¿cierto? A lot of times I'm listening to other things that are not the music of the stream. And I keep it a secret from you all. I'm so sorry. But one thing that's always a constant is that it has to be instrumental music. because I cannot stream at the same time that I hear vocals. It breaks my concentration. So it has to be instrumentals. Let me check the cap really quick in a CG, because this cap specifically shows up in a CG of Stories of the Dreaming World. It appears in here. Ah, okay, it was not the border. The border was actually... You know what? I'm gonna make the border gold. I made it silver in the CG, but I don't care. It's not gonna be silver anymore. It's gonna be gold now. Because it fits better with the design. ¿Cómo pudiste ocultar tu banda favorita, Megadeth? Imaginad hacer stream con Megadeth de fondo. Un poco difícil. A little bit difficult to stream with Megadeth in the background. Hay cosas para las que el mundo no estaba listo. Mi música me haría ganar un strike de copyright. My music would give me a copyright strike. So I cannot play it on stream. I don't remember what color the eyebrow lines were. Let's paint these first. Did I ever paint them? I guess they were supposed to be like this purple down there. For consistency, I guess. I think it was like that. But what if it was like orange? I don't dislike it actually. Not bad. She kind of looks like an Umbreon right now. I think it's all the black clothes with the golden details makes her look like an Umbreon. Trademark Pokemon assigned. A lot of my characters do have like a trademark Pokemon that I associate them with. But I think I didn't have one for her. There we go. That's all for her colors. 2 of them. And it has barely been half an hour. Now we can spend an entire hour putting the base colors on the final one. Let me stretch a little bit. Today I feel extra shrimp. Oh, my back. It's because I'm locked in. I am concentrating. Locking in makes me become shrimp. Okay, final chibi. Yomi listening to Gimme Chocolate? I don't think I've ever heard of that song. Also, I realized missing. That's not what I meant to do. Missing a little curl over here. There's supposed to be like a curl here at the top of the head. How do we add that? Like this, perhaps? Perchance. I guess that works. I'm gonna separate a little bit so the lines don't blend. Oh yeah, is it Baby Metal? I've listened to them sometimes. It has been a while though. They've got some nice songs. What have I even been listening to lately? I'm thinking. I guess I can check. I can check my history. Let's see, YouTube history. Now I'm curious. I've been listening to quite a bit of Vocaloid producer R906. I've been listening to Pilot Red Sun, of course. Fun thing, I don't know if I mentioned this. I think maybe I did. But I know you guys know about Pilot Red Sun. It's an artist and composer. But the thing I didn't know was that it's the same person that did Poker Remix Studio. It's the same person from Poker Remix Studio channel. I learned that some weeks ago and I was like, wait, no way. It really surprised me. I was not expecting to hear a name from ages ago in 2026. Maybe another? Or maybe... Yeah. And speaking earlier of the music that I hear while I keep you in the dark about it during the streams, sometimes I do listen to Pilot Red Sun albums. Specifically, Achievement. I like Achievement a lot. I recommend it. I also listen to the Donut County OST sometimes. It has become very stream music for me. For some time I used to listen to it a lot in streams. Okay, let's get a darker color. I'm gonna use it for here and here. Because it's the eye and the mouth. And here is where we're gonna make some changes. Oh wait, I forgot something. I forgot the waves on the pants. Okay, we're gonna paint the colors that we know. And then we're gonna try to get some better colors for the rest. For example, the shoes here. Oh wait, and the other shoe. And then here. And here. And also here. make this one a bit different. Here. Wait, it's back already, this song? It feels like no time since the last time that it appeared. Maybe it's another one because the music, the melody repeats in a lot of songs. It's a leitmotif. Gotta love leitmotifs. Okay, the gloves. And of course the key. Okay, the rest is the part that I have no idea how to paint it. So we're gonna see what we can do about that. Let me take some of these. I think that's swirly things. I'm gonna paint them in this dark gray. We're gonna paint those, and then the others we can make them in gold. All of them this time. Another thing that we can try, I think, is making this. Wait, no, not this. This color. Same color as the pants. And then what we can do is make the coat light blue. I think that's gonna work a lot better. Wait, with the color of the selection, actually, he looks really good. Look at that. With just this color, this looks so much better. Okay, we're gonna go with a darker blue, I think. Something like this. We're gonna go with this, I think. Yeah. Maybe? Wait. Let's fix some of the painted spots. This could go like this. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. Maybe it's more saturated. Aha! Okay, that's so much better. That's so much better now. That's an improvement. Sometimes it's hard to make a design exactly as you imagine. And this one was that case. I had him envisioned with the light coat. But in the end, I think the classics, the classic color distributions work a lot better. There we go. It's finished. He still needs a redesign one of these days, though. Gonna give him a better outfit someday. For now, though, we have finished all the base colors. Yippee! Whew. I think for today, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna revise all the references that we've got here right now, because some of them we probably don't need them anymore. We're gonna see that. We probably still need a lot of them, so... For example, Phoenix... I think I'm still gonna keep her so I don't forget the lines there. Wait, I could actually make the lines... I can just add the lines. I think I was planning on adding them in the shadow layer, but now that the base color is painted, these lines are not a problem. Sometimes when I do the lines first, then when I want to select the part that I want to paint, the lines are there in the way, and it's kind of a pain. There we go. Okay, so Phoenix, we're gonna leave her here. Raum can also stay. But for example, Bepar. I think Bepar we don't really need references anymore, because they are just sketches and the pixel art. And we already got the pixel art in the big pixels. Well, no, they are not big. The compressed pixels. She's here. So we don't need that anymore. Same with Shags. Shags already has colors and everything. Colors over there. I think we can leave him here so I don't forget the scales and all that. The JPEG pixels, it's so tragic. Seeing these pixels super compressed. Beautiful artifacts. Wow. Amazing. Any pixel can be big if you zoom in enough. You got a point. That's actually true. Welcome, Matax. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'm checking all the references of the chibis that I've already finished coloring. We still need to do the shadows, but for a lot of them, we don't need the references anymore. When your art evolves to having pixels on the pixels, true, it's a pixel art in a pixel art, except it's an artifact in a pixel art, which is very tragic. Man, I guess Pipperons. Since I have changed his colors and everything, I think we can get rid of the reference anyway. Yeah. Yo, Zero, ¿qué tal? Welcome to the stream. Bienvenido. I'm gonna add this line here so I don't forget. And then who else is left? For a while I think we don't need the references anymore either. Here we go. It's basically just like lines, so we don't need them anymore. Same with Gente, I think. We got everything that we need in her base color, so... ¡Oh! ¿Y esta rap battle de repente? ¡Me ha llamado bajita! ¡No puede ser! Yup, save check. Para eso está el formato PNG. Es que los tengo guardados en PNG, pero no sé dónde. Así que tuve que buscar la imagen en Tumblr, que como lleva mucho tiempo allí, ha quedado súper comprimida. Porque supongo que cuanto más pasa el tiempo, más comprimen las imágenes antiguas. No sé. Se súper comprimieron y ahora están con artefactos grandes como garbanzos. ¿Qué le vamos a hacer? I'm not small. I'm not small. Let that be for the record. I am not small. I am giant, okay? So, let's see. I gotta have the pixel arts somewhere in good quality. Like, I know I have them in the hard drive, but I don't have any idea where. Sé que tengo esos pixel arts guardados en algún sitio, en el disco duro externo, pero no sé en qué carpeta, están perdidos. Pero bueno, de momento, creo que de momento tenemos las referencias que hacen falta. For now we have the references that we need. So, what we're gonna do next is gonna check who's gonna be next for the next page. Because I'm gonna leave the shadows for next day. I feel satisfied enough with the current progress. We have finished 3 line arts and 3 base colors today. I think that's pretty good for today. So, let's check who's gonna be in the next page. Como estoy ya satisfecha con haber terminado 3 líneas, 3 personajes, las líneas de 3 personajes y sus colores, vamos a mirar a ver qué personajes tocan en la siguiente página. A ver si tengo sus referencias a mano, porque del segundo no tengo. The second character, I have no references for him. We're gonna have to sketch something one of these days. But the first one, I do have references of her. De la primera sí que tengo referencias. Pero a ver si puedo encontrarlas en calidad. I'm pretty sure I do have like a full design. Actually, wait, I have her pixel art. Super compressed like the others, but she exists. This is her. Esta es la siguiente señorita. Ahí está. I like her design a lot, you'll see. I cooked with her design, if I do say so myself. Debo decir que me gusta mucho el diseño de esta señorita y que no es por tirarme flores, pero yo creo que cociné con su diseño. Ahora a ver si la encuentro. Ahí está, la encontré. Está en calidad pequeñita. Pero ahora la vamos a ver. 100 salchichas más una salchicha, no sé contar. Se me daban muy mal las matemáticas. La encontré. Ahí está. Yo creo que cociné con su diseño. I think I cooked with her design. Just saying. Let me erase the extra things. I really like her outfit, actually. Me gusta mucho su diseño. Sé que lo he dicho ya como 5 veces, pero es cierto. Tengo más sketches de ella, pero no sé si los tengo a mano. Porque sé que la dibujé un par de veces. I probably only have the tiny... Wait, it's on paper, this sketch. I probably only have it here. There she is. She's got 2 moles, one under each eye, and I like that a lot. Tiene un lunar debajo de cada ojo y me gusta mucho eso. Ahí está. Es un sketch muy viejito, pero ahí la tenéis. Let's put her together. ¡Yay! ¡Feliz jueves! ¡Y feliz San Jordi! ¡Hoy es San Jordi! Today is Saint George. San Jordi. And then, yeah, the next one, I have nothing. I have nothing of him. I know I remember drawing him once, and I have no idea where that drawing is. It was a really tiny sketch somewhere. I have no idea where it is. So we're gonna move on to the next one. That's homework for me, my first homework. I gotta do one design. Yay. Voy a tener que hacer un diseño. Ya tengo deberes. So, the next one after that, I do have a recent drawing. And I do like her design a lot too. It's this lady over here. This is a more recent sketch than the other. Here we go. The goat. The goat lady. She's a sea goat. Es una cabra de mar. Y va a ser la tercera de esta fila. She's gonna be the third one in this row. And then... Sí, quizá la nerfeo un poquito, porque Cuando dibujé todos los... Dibujé el grupito principal de estos personajes y me di cuenta de que quizá hay mucho melón. Quizá tiene que haber un poquito de tablas entre medio. Solo digo, no es que me queje de los melones. Cuantos más mejor. Pero, por variedad. Para que no sea demasiado de lo mismo. Hay que variar un poquito. Luego, el siguiente es otro que no tengo absolutamente nada. The next one, I have absolutely nothing. Imagine a lion furry. That's the next guy. Es un furry león el siguiente. No lo he dibujado nunca en la vida, pero existe, está ahí. Algún día, bueno, cuando me toque dibujarlo en los chivis, habrá que ponerlo aquí. En los melones. Pero quizás es demasiado melón. Quizá... No, nunca es demasiado melón en realidad. ¿Qué estoy diciendo? What am I saying? It's never enough melon. Especially in summer, because melon is really good in summer. I'm talking about the fruit, of course. Hablo sobre la fruta, por supuesto. No sé qué estabais pensando. So, the next one, I do have one sketch. I have no idea how to find it right now. I think it's in one of the doodle files that I moved to the hard drive. So I'm gonna look for it off stream. Sé que al siguiente tengo un dibujo sí o sí en el disco duro externo. Lo buscaré fuera de stream. Más deberes para mí. Pero no tengo su diseño entero completado, así que eso también van a ser deberes. Pero la siguiente sí que tengo pixel art y tengo un sketch suyo. El pixel art está aquí. Señorita buitre. This lady here. She's vulture themed. And I do have a doodle of her. Tengo un dibujo que hice de ella en algún sitio. Creo que está entre estos. Ahí está, la encontré. I found her. Let's see. There she is. Gonna put her here. I have a lot of bird characters among these ones. Tengo muchos personajes pájaros entre esta gente. I like this sketch a lot. So maybe we can go with something like this for her chibi. She's so cute. Es muy bonita. Luego, ¿quién viene después? A partir de aquí debo tener bastantes más diseños hechos. Juro que el resto, la mayoría están hechos. Pero el siguiente creo que solo tengo un pixel art. I think the next one I only have a pixel art. It's this guy. El siguiente es este señor. Le voy a poner la misma capa para que no se pierda. Porque es un solo pixelito pequeñito y se va a perder si no. He's gonna get lost if I don't put him in the same layer, so I'm gonna just put him here. Same layer as the vulture lady. So that's the next one that goes here. And after that, I have quite a bit of references for the next characters, actually. Los siguientes sí que tengo bastantes más referencias, así que ahora no va a ser problema. Siguiente personaje es esta señora que fue de los primeros demonios que diseñé también. This was one of the first demons that I designed. This lady over here. This was... Wait, huh? This one. This was the very first doodle that I did of her. Este fue el primer esbozo que hice de ella. Y luego... No, espera, el primero fue este. The first one was... this one. It was this one. But this one is more accurate in colors. So we're gonna keep these two. Vamos a ponerla aquí. Creo que también tiene pixel. She also has a pixel art. So we're gonna put it here for full reference. Here she is. There we go. And after her, there's a character I have a chibi for. But it's the old chibis that I did of these demons. So I guess we can reuse the pose. Luego viene este señor, que como le hice ya chibi, podemos reaprovechar la pose. Porque es de los chibis viejos. De mi primer intento de hacer chibis de todos estos. And then... Let's see. The next one I have pretty good references for. De la siguiente tengo también bastantes buenas referencias. Ahí está. Me gusta mucho su pelo. I like her hair a lot, actually. There's even a full doodle in here. Her outfit compared to others is a lot more simple, but I feel like it just turned out very well. I would not change anything about it. I just like it a lot already how it is. I don't know. I'm very happy with it. Me gusta mucho cómo se ve su vestido, especialmente. Vamos a ponerla aquí. And then... There's 3 more. We're already past the halfway point to the end of this list, by the way. There isn't that many parts left. En realidad hemos pasado ya a la mitad de esta lista. Ya no nos quedan tantos, ¿eh? Quedan poquitos en realidad. Creo que con esta página y otra más ya terminamos. I think with this page and another one, we'll already be done. The next one I have a pixel art. I don't have the doodles of him. They are lost somewhere. I have no idea where they are, but it's this boy over here. I'm gonna give him a bit of a redesign, probably. He needs a bit of a better design. We can give him a much better one. Podemos darle mejor diseño, yo creo. And after that comes one of my favorite designs too. This one, I was also cooking with this next design. Con este siguiente diseño también cociné, yo creo. Esta señorita. No la juzguéis mucho, es un poco rarita, pero no es su culpa. She's a bit weird, but don't judge her too much. She's got a chibi too. And I do have a reference of her horns, because this is the first one that has no visible horns, but she does have them. She does have horns. You can see them here. They are just very tiny and kind of flat. But yeah. I like her a lot. I don't know why. I cooked. Think about the judges, Yomi, they need a job. True. They gotta judge, otherwise they cannot be judges. No pueden ser jueces si no juzgan. Tiene sentido. I like this one a lot. Just saying. I really like her design a lot. And the last one... Oh, what a coincidence. Wait, is it the last one? Did I lose count? Hold on. This makes no sense. The numbers don't add up. I think the numbers are not adding up. Creo que los números no me están saliendo. Un momento. A ver, aquí va este. Ah, sí, me desconté. No, esa es la última. Estos tienen que ir... Vamos a moverlos poco a poco. Esta señorita va aquí al final. Luego, este va aquí. Este va aquí. Este va aquí abajo. Ella va aquí. Y estos van aquí. There we go. So I have 3 homework. Tengo 3 diseños para deberes. Tengo este y este. Tengo 3. Venga, seguro que no quedan más que tenga que hacer. ¿Verdad? Creo que esos son ya los últimos que me falta el diseño. Hay uno que creo que me falta más o menos su diseño, pero ya será la última parte. There's only one that I think is it's gonna be a bit of a problem because I don't have his design entirely, but I do have him visualized, so at least that's one step. Aside from that, that's gonna be the next page. Yay! We're gonna have to brainstorm the design next Paint Monday or something like that. Well, I still have a lot of time to paint the shadows. We got time until we have to draw these ones. Aún queda tiempo hasta que tengamos que dibujar estos. Puedo tomarme un tiempo. Lo que me tarda en sombrear los chivis que tenemos hechos ahora. Pero yeah, de momento esta será la siguiente página. Y luego la siguiente página después de esto ya será la última. The page after this one, I think it's already gonna be the last. Yeah. This will be the second to last page. And then we're gonna have to go to the final list. The final OC list. Paint Monday is getting to its end. It feels really surreal. Se siente muy surrealista pensar que este reto se está acabando. Porque una vez termine la página después de esta, ya nos toca la última lista. Y luego de eso ya se termina. No puede ser. No puede ser, hay que añadir más OCs. We need to add more OCs. This cannot be. So, I think this will be all for today. Creo que esto será todo por hoy. Creo que hemos hecho bastante progreso. I think it's been pretty good progress. And this has been one Paint Monday recovered. So, there's 3 Paint Mondays left to recover, which are gonna be on the next 3 weeks, hopefully. And of course on Mondays. So we're gonna keep having double Paint Mondays for the next 3 weeks. Vamos a tener dobles lunes de dolor en las siguientes 3 semanas. Porque aún quedan 3 por recuperar. Pero de momento, esto será todo por hoy. Y mañana toca anuncio de Final Fantasy XIV, pero después de eso toca Mother 3. ¡Yupi! También estamos acabando Mother 3 ya casi. Se acaban muchas cosas. ¿Qué será lo siguiente? El mundo. A lot of things are ending. Because Paint Monday is getting closer and closer to its end. Mother 3 is also getting closer and closer to its end. What's gonna be next? The world? We'll see. ¡Alguien la detenga! Soy una mentirosa, malvada y peligrosa. So, thank you so much for accompanying me today. Muchas gracias por acompañarme hoy. Así que por ahora, cuidaos mucho. Y nos veremos en la próxima. I'll see you tomorrow on Friday with Mother 3. Nos vemos mañana con el 3 Madres. Yippee. No estoy lista para acabar, pero a la vez quiero jugar más. Mother 3 está muy bien. Jugadlo, es muy bonito. So, thank you everyone for accompanying me today. Take care and I will see you next time. Cuidaos mucho y nos veremos en la próxima.